Hello there. In this video, we're going to answer the situational interview question, tell me about a time you went above and beyond. So in this video, we'll cover a sneak peek into the mind of the interviewer and why they asked this question, what to say when you're answering this question, and a concrete example of my own experience to get you thinking. So stay tuned. Okay, so what's the point of this question? They would like to see how you're different from the average person who's up for this job. Let's assume that anybody that they're interviewing can do the job because their resume has already told them that. So assuming everyone can do the job, but what will you do that's special? What will you add? And they want you to give an example of that here. So this is a great opportunity. The question is designed to see A, if you can think of a time you went above and beyond easily, and B, to see what going above and beyond means to you and how you describe it. So how do you answer the question? You will answer this question by telling a story. So we're familiar with the SARI formula by now, I hope, and if you're not familiar with it, SARI stands for Situation, Action, Result, and Interesting Features. So you may have seen this before. It comes in many forms. It's sometimes called STAR, Situation, Task, Action, Result, or SAR, which is the simplest version, Situation, Action, Result. The formula comes in many forms, and essentially it's all the same. So let's get into it. We'll start with an example from my own experience. So step one, situation. This is where you set the stage and paint a picture of the scenario. So describe the job you were in and what was going on. So for example, I was working as a receptionist at a busy downtown law firm, and I knew that there was an important potential client coming in for a meeting later that day. The firm owner asked me to make sure that this gentleman was given the white glove treatment as he was a very important potential client for the firm. So that's setting the stage. Step two is the action that I took. So this is where you want to talk about what action you took to take advantage of this situation. So for example, I prepared carefully for this potential client. I researched him online and I found out what his interests were so that when he was waiting, we could have an interesting, good discussion. I also asked around and found out what he really likes to drink, and I found out that it's a certain type of hazelnut coffee. So when he arrived, I was ready with a cup of this special hazelnut coffee. So that's my actions. So as a receptionist, what can you really do? So that's what I chose. Step three, result. Explain how it worked out in the end. What happened as a result of your actions? So every story isn't complete without a happy ending. So make sure that when you're thinking about your story, it's a positive and it ends happily. So the result in my case, for example, it was great. He was over the moon impressed. I could tell by the look on his face as he went into the meeting that he was not only super impressed, but he wasn't expecting such special treatment. He thanked me, smiled, and shook my hand. As a result, the firm landed the account. Now, I'm sure this wasn't the only reason, but it definitely helped. Step four, this is where we talk about the interesting features. So this is where you can have some fun with the story, zero in on learning, talk about resources that you used, little tricks you had up your sleeve, anything that adds interest to the story and makes it more fun to hear. So for example, in this situation, I learned that taking a little extra time to make sure someone feels special goes a long way. It may seem like small touches, but in the end, they helped the company get the account, which was worth several $1,000s a year. The new client specifically commented to the firm owner how the receptionist is a keeper and how they should take good care of me. All in all, someone else, when asked to give somebody the white glove treatment, may have gotten them a regular coffee and may have made small talk with them, just like anyone else. So this was an opportunity to really go above and beyond in a different way. This is how I chose to go above and beyond. I did some preliminary research, which went a very long way in making somebody feel special, entertained, and happy. And as a result, he ended up going with our firm for his legal needs. And there we have it. What does going above and beyond mean to you? Have you had an opportunity in the past to go above and beyond? And what did you do with that opportunity? To what level can you really take something? Thank you so much for watching. And remember, nailing the interview questions is great, but it's not all there is to it. There's a lot more to interviewing than just answering the questions. In fact, if all you do is answer the questions alone, you've already lost the interview. There's a whole interview strategy at play, and if you'd like to learn more, you can get started by clicking the link below. When you sign up, you will receive the free guide. You'll get instant access to it, and it's called the Ultimate Free Guide to Situational Interviewing. And in the guide, you will receive top 10 concrete examples of the most commonly asked interview questions, a breakdown of the SARI formula and why it works so well, the psychology behind it. You will get fill-in-the-blank templates, so all you need to do is fill in your stories, practice them, and you're off to the races. And just in case it's still difficult to come up with stories from scratch, which most people find it difficult to do, that's why I create these videos, because it creates some inspiration and sparks some thoughts. Then I've given you 25 questions that you can ask yourself to get yourself thinking about what your stories are going to be. So with that said, it comes in a beautifully designed workbook. It's specially designed to help you prepare for your interviews and get ready for those questions. If you'd like to hear more from me, click the link below and let's get started. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the other side.